Hey Nora, how's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I was just looking forward to meeting you, and I want to tell my viewers that Nora is crazy about India. She's head over India, so I can't wait to know know about your experiences. And yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, Nora.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
Okay. Let's see. How would I describe myself? I'm just an average person, who has decided to be a little bit more adventurous with my life than I have been thus far. And I've taken a little bit of time out for some personal healing, spiritually,
Mm.
physically, emotionally, and I'm kind of getting towards the end of my journey. I'll be returning back to the US in January.
Got it.
Um, I'm a nurse. I just took a little bit of time off, so
Makes
I
sense.
also have I just got my certificate to teach English this year. I got my TEFL certification. So, I haven't officially began teaching yet, but I have, unofficially did some instruction. So I
Hmm.
should say not professionally. I don't pay. I just help. So or
Oh,
get
got
paid.
it. Okay. I guess you don't need a certification. You are a native speaker. The certification needs you, Nora.
I wouldn't say that, but yeah. No, it helps to get a job. So
Hmm.
it just helps give you a little bit of credentials help. Some countries require it, some don't. So yeah.
And where are you as of now, Nora?
Right now I am in Japan
Hmm.
and I am right outside of Tokyo, about an hour. I am in Calgary.
Okay,
So
got it.
yeah.
Yeah. You have been to Japan a lot of times, right? It's one of your favorite countries, I guess.
It is one of my favorite countries. It is my second time coming here. I was here for 3 weeks in 2023, and then this is sort of happened. I didn't plan on coming here. It just sort of happened, and I've been here for a month,
Hmm,
and I have I guess, about 5 weeks left. So the time has gone by really fast.
interesting. Your story reminds me of introduction, that one, Julia Roberts from Eat, Pray, and Love. Have you watched it?
Yes, I would say I'm having that kind of a moment. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
I said that to someone one time and they looked at me very funny and I was like, "Oh, okay." I explained it. They weren't familiar with the movie, but yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Wow. But yeah, coming back to India, Nora, how's your experience? How many times have you been to India, and which places have you been to?
So I've been to India twice. Most recently, I was there for a week visiting some friends in New Delhi and enjoyed that experience a lot. And then prior to that, I was in Kerala, which is, southern India, for about 3 weeks in May of 2024.
Hmm. Wow, interesting. And if you get the
Yeah.
chance, Nora, which place would you like to visit next in India?
Oh gosh. I would love to, I think maybe go to the northern mountains, where
Hmm.
it's a little bit colder, where there's some snow. I saw a movie. I don't know, it just intrigued me.
Ye Jawani
It's
Hai
in,
Diwani, kind of like that. Was it that?
huh?
Ye Jawani Hai Diwani kind of film? The name of.
Um, it was kind of like a mystery film, but it was set it's an Indian film, but it's set in like northern India, near to, I don't know exactly where it was set, but it was in the mountains and I don't know, it was mysterious, it was foggy, there was a
Really?
train, it was really great. So,
Oh, okay. Wow. Sounds intriguing.
and I'd like to go to Punjab. Um, So, and Gujarat and all of those places.
Nice,
There
great.
are
Yeah.
many, many, many places to see in India, so
Definitely.
my options are great.
Hmm. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. If India were a movie genre, what genre would it be for you?
Mm. So I think for me it would be a combination of comedy and uh also maybe a little like a little bit of a chick flick like the whole Eat, Pray, Love thing, you know.
Hmm.
The comedy because of my experience with the train
Yeah.
and with just some other traveling around, just kind of funny. And if you don't laugh, you can cry a little bit probably. But it was good. It was good.
Train journey can be like sometimes difficult for us also. So I'm like wondering how did you manage that?
Well, I took my friend and I, so I had a friend, an amazing friend who took 3 weeks out of his life to show me around, make sure that I was okay, keep me safe. And so I pulled him along. I said, I would love to go to Chennai. And so this was, across India kind of a thing.
Hmm.
So we did the overnight train. And
Wow.
so that was an experience. But the funniest part was, so we were on the platform waiting for the train to get there. There was a bit of a delay by about 3 hours. And then we were tired. And then the train comes. And then we were like looking at what our car number was. And we were way at the beginning of the train and realized that our car was way at the end. So we're walking faster, walking really fast, running, and then the train passes us. So
Oh,
we turn around and then we're running with the train, just like on a movie,
yeah.
and literally throwing our bags onto the train like you see in a movie. It was hilarious. So that's why I say the comedy part.
Wow.
Um, but it that we had the bunks and we got in our bunks and um I actually remember feeling very comfortable. I
Wow.
don't know. I just kind of tucked my bag underneath my head and stretched out on the bunk and um, was really relaxed. So, but
Hmm.
we flew back home because it was a very long train journey. So we just decided to fly back.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, true. And uh, what I was about to ask you, yeah, like as you travel often, do you face any sort of as it messes up your routine kind of thing? So do you have to face any sort of health issues while traveling?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this time around, I mean, I've been gone from home for about 4 months. And let's see, so I went to Morocco for 3 months and was
Mm,
there. And the first week that I was there, I got a touch of food poisoning,
yeah.
and it was also very hot. So it took a bit for my body to recover from that, and then with the heat. But eventually, I got better, and then I flew to Ireland, and on my way to Ireland, the lady sitting 2 seats over from me was coughing, and as a nurse, I'm like, that's not allergies. I mean, that's some deep, that's some deep something going on right there. So, yeah, the incubation period for a virus is about 3 days, and exactly 3 days later, I got, those symptoms. So I had a little bit of a cold. Wasn't that big of a deal. And then when I got here to Japan, there's a flu epidemic, and I had a feeling I was going to catch the flu. And I was here for a week and went out about a week after I got here and was on the trains and, walked. I had a destination I was going to. I got there and I'm like, I have other places I need to go, but I'm just really tired, really, really tired. So I went back to Kawagoe from Tokyo, went down to Shibuya. And sure enough, I got back and was like, oof, I don't know, I'm kind of achy. And I took my temperature and I was running a fever. And for me, that means I'm sick, 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 sick.
Mhm.
So, because I don't run fevers unless I'm really sick. So, I knew from the symptoms I pretty much had the flu. So, I stayed inside for about 9 days.
Oh,
So that was 9 days of my J Japan trip, but I took that opportunity to, I don't know, explore some Uber Eats. Um, so I had an appetite, so that was good, and I ate and just watched a lot of Japanese television.
interesting. Wow. And what I was about, yes, as you do a
But
lot.
when I was in India though, like I never was sick while I was in India. And last time or this time and didn't have any sort of stomach issues or anything like that. So, you know,
Wow. Yeah. I guess in that case, I guess you should visit India more often.
I agree.
And Nora, like I was about to ask you, yeah, as you travel extensively and you are solo traveler kind of thing, so
Mhm.
does it help in developing a thick skin?
A thick skin and traveling, yeah. I mean, sometimes depending on where you are in the world, especially as a female, the way you're treated sometimes, depending on the culture, can be a little bit of a challenge. And I could give some specifics there, but I won't. But yeah, I mean, I think that you have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone in a lot of different ways to travel and be open-minded. So, and at least, in India, there is the English language, which is, one of the official languages. And for those of you who don't know, India has many, 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 many languages, and many, 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 many regions with many different kinds of foods and traditions. It's not all of, I think I don't know how many people ask me, "Oh, how much curry did you eat?" And I'm
Yeah,
thinking, I don't think I had curry once, and there's a lot more foods
true.
to be had than curries. So, although curries are delicious,
Yeah. It's a
yeah.
stereotype, Nora, that like in India, people like assume India as like curry is the only thing that is, provided in India. Like you said, there are plethora of things that you can try.
Oh, yummy, yummy things. And I've always said, like, I love vegetables, and I would eat even vegetables that I don't really like so much if it was prepared in an Indian style, just with the cooking techniques and also with the spices, the seasonings are second to none. So it's so yummy and
Wow.
good. And the fruit juice. I'm not a big fruit juice person, but I am when I come to India. It's just so, so good. All of this last time I told my friend in New Delhi, he and his wife really took care of me. And
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I told both of them, I just love the plants here. I love all of the different plants. I love all the different fruits. And I know I probably sounded a little bit like an idiot, but I really do love the plant life in India and the animal life.
Yeah.
There's not many places where you can go and stroll in a public place and see a bunch of monkeys playing together. It's pretty cool. But the fruit juice, yeah. I drank a lot of fruit juice, and I took a picture and I took a selfie, and I had like two fruit juices. I had a watermelon and a mango,
Wow.
and I put the type on the bottom, waiting for my millionth glass of juice, and it was just that good. So
Interesting. Yeah. Being Indian, I'm grateful that you had a whale of time over, like in my country, and you met some nice people, and
yeah,
even
for sure.
viewers will appreciate that this podcast and your journey itself. So yeah, wow, great, great. And have you learned any word or phrase in Hindi, Nora, that you can think of?
Well, I mean, everyone knows namaste, but that was said a lot, at least in like the majority of the hotels and that I stayed in. But I was thinking of other words. I admit that Hindi has been lower on my priority
Yeah,
to learn because I don't need it as much. And also a little bit of a cheat because English is so available in
definitely.
India.
Yeah, people are
So
crazy about English.
yeah. Yeah, so I wouldn't say that I picked up any extra words. From time to time, I go back on Duolingo and I pick back up a little bit and I'm like, yeah. Uh, uh, the only thing I know how to say is "आप कैसे हो?"
Okay, so yeah, that's fine. And,
That's it.
what about souvenirs, Nora?
Souvenirs. Oh my God, can I take all of India home? Um, what I took back last time, this time I didn't have as much in my room in my suitcase. Um, but last time, so this time when I was kind of just looking around at things, I fell in love with some of the textiles. And I found this shop in New Delhi in the one of the older, it's kind of like a funky arts district, and I'm going to say it improperly, so I'm not going to say the name. But anyway, and I can't remember all of the letters in the name, but it's where I stayed, where my Airbnb was. There were a bunch of shops and restaurants and things like that, and it just had this really cool, funky vibe. But I found this recycled fabric shop. So this guy goes and he finds these really old fabrics and restores them or repairs them and then resells them. So I spent probably about 45 minutes in his shop just looking at all these beautiful and amazing textiles with all of these patterns that have so much meaning and symbolism behind it. So that's really sort of opened up a new kind of idea in my mind. So I was looking at, of course, textiles and patterns here in Japan. So I don't know, maybe that's my new thing to get into. I'm not sure, but it's just so beautiful. And I fell in love with like the Punjabi design. It's kind of like the little, not triangles, but they're, I guess, elongated squares
Yeah.
together with it. Anyway, I don't know how to describe it, but it was beautiful.
Yeah, I get it.
So,
I get it. You had a good time, and that's yeah, that's enough, I guess.
yeah.
And what I was about to ask you, Nora, like, yeah, when was the time that you decided, like, I want to explore the world?
Oh, so that's a very deep and evolving question, actually. Um, and I would say a couple of years ago. No, yes, yes.
Okay.
A couple of years ago, right before I went to Japan, um, with my then.
Hmm.
Anyway, so before I went to Japan, I don't know. I just had this. I have always loved culture and languages. I've always loved studying languages. I speak French and Spanish, though not fluently. I had studied in a little bit of Japanese. I had taken Aikido in college. My first college out of high school. I had gotten a full scholarship to a Japanese American university. I didn't stay long for different reasons, but so that love of culture and people has always been in my heart. And I realized that I hadn't been to the places that I wanted to go, and my mom, she never got to go and see the places that she wanted to see. So I thought, I don't have a lot of money, but what I have right now, I've got to go. I've got
Hmm.
to go. I've got to go. So I went to Japan. I also arranged to get a travel nursing job in Alaska. I was in
Oh, yeah,
Alaska
did
for
that.
14
Yeah.
weeks. And then when I came back from Alaska, I was like, I've got to keep this momentum going. And so when my next contract was over, that's when I went to India.
Right.
And then when I got back from India, went back to Alaska and was there until February of this year. And then, just some different life circumstances, which I don't need to get into. And so I went to Costa Rica in May, went back to Virginia after that. We got the house on the market and, cut some ties there and went to Morocco. So, and I realized, there's part of me that is longing to go home to be uh, for my family, my brothers and my sisters and my daughter, and to I don't miss America per se, or American food, or American culture. I mean, that's always there. I grew up with it. I am more hungry to experience the world. And so while there's a part of me that wants to settle down, and I miss having a dog, and I miss, certain things about having a stable home, there's part of me that wants to keep going, that
Yeah.
I don't want this to stop. At first I thought, yeah, I'm ready to go home, ready to grow some roots. And but I don't know, being here in
Mhm.
Japan, I I I love, I feel like my heart is in the world. I feel like there's a part of me that's scattered all over the earth, and like I need to go pick up the pieces. Like there's pieces of me and they're in unknown places, and I don't even know where it is yet, but it'll come to me, and then I'll go get that part of me and make it part of myself. And also with people, if I don't go, there's so many amazing people on this planet. And if, I feel very, I'm not a wealthy woman by any means. It's been a really big sacrifice to not have worked um, in this past 6 months. Um, but I also had a little bit of savings because I had went to Alaska and the pay was better there, which was whole part and part of my story. But and I've used it that money, but I don't regret it. I don't know if I will ever get another chance to do this amount of traveling. Uh, as I like to say, mama needs to eat. So mama needs to pay bills, mama needs to live her life. So that means mama needs to work.
Yeah.
So I do need to work and I love to work. So that's not an issue. Um, yeah, but I want to get back out there and I want to meet the people that are meant to be in my life. I want to see them face to face.
Mm.
So, and there are many people that I've gotten to know online that, they're people just like I'm a person. I could be just another online person to them, but I'm real. I'm
Yeah.
living my life. I'm living, breathing, and so I want to go see all these amazing people. So, yeah.
And you are the definition of that one. The world is your oyster, I guess. So
Well, I would like it to be. I really want it. I want to go to all of the continents and um see as many places as I can while I can.
definitely.
If I can make that happen, I'm going to.
I do remember the pictures that you sent about Alaska. Like the weather condition was terrible. Like it was freezing.
It's
Even
extreme.
yeah, it's yeah beyond the pale, I guess. And you worked over there. It's really commendable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the hospital takes care of us and makes sure that we have good transportation to and from work and good warm housing while we're there. So, that has a lot to do with it. So I'm grateful for that. Also, yeah, a good warm coat and some good warm boots and put them on, and then it's not as bad. The worst thing is just when the wind blows and everything, but I admire all of the indigenous peoples that have lived there for thousands of years without electricity and heat and the way they survived. I mean, they are
Mhm.
the heroes. To be able to survive in those conditions is
Mhm.
truly remarkable. But
definitely.
yeah, it's a pretty extreme environment, 3 months of sunlight only, 3 months of darkness only, and then 6 months of some, sunrise, sunsets. So it's a challenge. But yeah, it was exciting. It was fun. So I got to go dog sledding and
Mm,
I was in the northernmost part of the United States and I got to go someplace that most people will probably never get to go. So I'm grateful. I'm
well,
grateful for every person I've met. I'm grateful for every moment of hospitality that has been extended to me. I'm grateful for every place that I've seen. Um, I was at Taj Mahal and extraordinary and extraordinary buildings and not just the main part but
yeah.
the mosque and the
Mm.
the other buildings that surround it and I took pictures of those and your girl was also taking pictures of the trees because I walked by and there was a moment in the view with the tree. My friend hired a guide for me. Thank you. And he was like, "Why are you taking a picture of the tree?" And I said, "Because it's beautiful." And
Yeah.
it was. So I try to see those moments too, not just the big places, the big touristy places. Yeah, I try to see the beauty in the small places too. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Profound. Great. And what's next, Nora? If you get a chance to visit any place, which is your next destination?
Oh my. Let's see. Home, work, and then after that, I would like to go. So, places I would like to go, I still would like to go to Uruguay. I would like to go back to Costa Rica. I would like to explore more of Japan. I would like to go to Thailand and Vietnam. I would
Got
like to go to Indonesia. Um, I've applied to work in Saudi Arabia. I'm not sure if
Oh,
that's going to happen.
as a
There is
teacher? As a
a
teacher?
teaching, yeah, teaching English, but this particular job that I applied for is at a medical center, and so we would be doing medical terminology. So I feel like that is particularly suited for that because of my nursing background.
Mm,
So yeah, I'm not sure. It's really competitive getting jobs in Saudi Arabia and UAE. But I'm trying. I did apply to also teach English in Indonesia, in East Java. So we'll see. Maybe
oh,
that's my next destination, maybe not. There are also some clinics in the Native American populations in the US. So maybe I will go there to some of our native tribes and do some nursing. Uh, we'll see.
interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
and I feel like wow, once you did the thing, like once you started the solo traveling, you your confidence grew exponentially, right? Like it's all about taking the first step and then everything comes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I when I left home, I have a bracelet that says brave.
Mm,
And I brought it with me to remind myself that yes, I am brave. I will admit my first 6 weeks in Morocco was very depressed, but that had more to do with life circumstances than it did Morocco. Although Morocco's wild and wonderful and crazy in that's its own discussion, but that got better too. And yes, I mean, this whole solo life journey that I'm now in, which
mm,
is what I'm now in, is this process of depending on myself, learning more about myself, learning how to travel, how to, the best ways to make the travel arrangements, making sure that I'm covered, with credit cards and cash and managing all of that and the best way to get to a place. And I remember the first trip that I took. So I lived in Casablanca for the 3 months, and
oh,
I did some traveling within Morocco while I was there. In the first place that I went to, was Chefchaouen in the mountains, the Blue City. And I took a bus. A friend of mine was up there and he's like, just get on the bus. Just come. I was like, oh. And I remember feeling so nervous. Just even, I hadn't navigated the public transportation there yet. They didn't have Uber. They have InDrive, which is kind of not legal. But I found an InDrive driver and he spoke English. I do speak some French, so we got along. And but I went to the bus station 2 hours early because I didn't want to miss my bus. So I'm a little bit of a nervous traveler sometimes, but even that's gotten better. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, my confidence in general in my life and making choices, I've always been pretty confident. I've always been pretty
Definitely.
outgoing and in terms of making decisions and taking charge of things when I need to, but this is on a whole different level. And it can be scary traveling by yourself as a woman, but I stick to some basic rules. I try not to, I don't go as many places at night. And it depends on the country too. I do feel safe walking to the convenience store here in Japan at night if I happen to need something, which is not usual. I haven't went out as much at night to the different places in Tokyo, but if there's a place where I feel like I can, it's here. But generally, I don't travel at dark and try to travel with people if I can, depending on where I am and that sort of thing. So I'm very, very grateful to all of the people that have helped me along the way, that have given me advice, that have accompanied me, so I would be protected at different times. I'm just really grateful. People, people sometimes have a bad reputation, and yeah, there are some bad people out there, and there are some amazing people out there. And I feel like there are more amazing people out there than there are bad people. And I've found a lot of them. Uh, so I'm very grateful.
And the last but not the least, Nora, one piece of advice that you would like to give to audience in general, from your
Um,
experiences.
I would say one of my favorite quotes is "It's never too late
Mm,
to be the person you've always wanted to be." So it's never too late. It's never too late to pick up a new hobby. It's never too late to develop something that you've been good at but have neglected. It's never too late to learn a foreign language. It's never too late to travel, while you physically can. Um, and to just be brave, be adventurous, be open-minded, and not try to have too many preconceived ideas about what a country is going to be like. It's not your country. It's not your country. So don't expect it to be your country. Wherever you go, wherever you're from, you're going to travel someplace outside of your country, no matter what country you're from. It's not going to be your country. Respect the people, respect the culture, have an open mind, and be polite.
mm,
Kindness goes a long way. Have some common courtesy and treat people with respect, and you'll get it back.
wow, profound. Wow. All right, Nora, I guess on that note, I won't bother you with further questions, but we're gonna catch up again soon
Okay. Yeah.
with English, some English lessons as well. But in the
Sure.
meantime, take care of yourself, be in touch, and yeah, have a great day. Take care.
Thanks, you too. Bye.